Hey everyone, I'm sorry if you can hear a bird squawking in the background. It's 7:30 in the morning, and we have a really annoying bird outside. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about the diagnosis of tic disorders and the statistics of tic disorders. This is the most recent information that is out. So this is, there used to be a lot more different tics in like DSM-4 and below. But this is all the information from the CDC website. It is from the DSM-5, which is the current DSM. So let's get started. First thing that you need to know is that there are 3 different tic disorders. I guess dyskinesia doesn't count, I'm not sure, but the first one being Tourette's. The second is persistent motor or persistent vocal tic. And then there is provisional tic disorder, which in the DSM-4 was known as transient tics. So there's a little bit of difference between all 3 of them. I'll start with Tourette's, which is the diagnosis for that. That person must have 2 or more motor tics and at least 1 vocal tic, and not always at the same time. They must have had their tics for at least a year. It doesn't have to be every day, it could be off and on, maybe a week you ticked straight and then a week you didn't, or months, whatever. Tics have to begin before the person is 18 years of age. Again, you must have symptoms that are not due to medication. Again, that's mostly from drugs or any medical conditions, not drugs, like seizures, Huntington's, or something I can't pronounce, but I'm not even gonna try. Alright, so the next one is probably what a lot of people get mixed up with Tourette's, I'd say. Maybe. Well, both of the other 2 get mixed up, that's why I'm making this video. So this one is persistent or chronic motor or vocal tic disorder. And so the diagnosis for this is you must have 1 or more motor tic or vocal tic. So 1 or more motor or 1 or more vocal, not both at all. You must have tics that occur many times a day, nearly every day, or on and off throughout the period of more than a year. So that's the same, you must have it for more than a year, or at least a year. The tics must have started before you're 18. Have symptoms that are not due to medicine or medical disorders or drugs. And the obvious is you must not have been diagnosed with Tourette's. So this last one is provisional tic disorder, formerly known as transient tics. I said that really weird, kind of nasally. So the diagnosis for this is you must have 1 or more motor tics, and that's it, just a motor tic. Oh no, or vocal tics. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so it's the same. You must have one or the other, never both. This is different. The difference is that you had to have it for less than a year. Same as you must have had it before you turn 18, not due to taking medication, drugs, or any medical conditions, and obviously not being diagnosed with Tourette's or persistent tics. So those are the differences between them. I'm sure they're easy to mix up, especially with Tourette's and persistent. But the difference is what tics you have. If you only have motor, then you might have persistent or whatever provisional. But if you have both, you're most likely to have Tourette's, which scares me a little bit because I don't want to have it, but I have both kind of tics. So let's get into the statistics. I don't know why I have to say that word slowly, but I do. Okay, so in the U.S., a study found that 1 of every 360 children from ages 6 through 17 have been diagnosed with Tourette's. Other studies of different methods, that was through parent diagnosis kind of. Other studies were 1 and 162 children. So among children with Tourette syndrome, 37% have reported having moderate or severe forms of the condition. 37. T-Rex affects people of all races and ethnic groups, but Tourette syndrome diagnosis is twice as likely among non-Hispanic whites than Hispanics or non-Hispanic black people. I can't speak. I'm tired. I skipped a little. Oh, boys are affected 3 to 5 times more than girls. I think I skipped something. Tourette's is twice as common among children ages 12 through 7 as among those through ages 6 through 11. So the sucky part is that you pretty much, if you're diagnosed with Tourette's, there's a extremely high likeliness that you'll be diagnosed with something else, something mental disorder. So there's a 63% chance of them being diagnosed with ADHD, a 26% chance for behavioral or conduct problems, maybe like bipolar, things like that, maybe, I don't know, 49% chance of having anxiety, a 25% chance for depression, 35% for autism spectrum disorder, a 29% chance of speech or language problems, a 12% chance for intellectual disabilities, and a 28% chance of developmental delay affecting his or her ability to learn. There's one thing I read that a lot of people say that it's genetic, but I personally know that of course, I'm still not diagnosed. I will be having an appointment in a few weeks, I think. Excuse me. But from everything that I've read, especially what I just read today, I'm like 100% positive that it's Tourette's. What did I read? Oh wait, it was here. So there's risk factors. There's a 50% chance of parents passing the genes on to their children. My mom never had any tics. My dad didn't have any tics, I don't believe either. So I'm not sure. So Tourette's can be triggered by an abnormal breakdown of breakdown of dopamine, which is what I like to call it, the happy chemical. And there's also different other causes that I'm thinking maybe. I don't mean to make this about me. I'm so sorry. So other causes could be mother drinking alcohol or smoking during pregnancy. I know that my mom didn't do that. Complications during birth. I was a complication. Low birth weight or infection. How would you say that? It's got the German symbol for double S's, but it starts it with that. So what? Maybe that's Greek. That might be Greek. Anyway, so yeah, maybe like an infection says pandas, or a pediatric autoimmune neuropsychiatric disorder associated with something. I don't know. I'm sorry. But that's a bit of information that I think everyone should really know, especially people with tics that think that as soon as they just get like one tic, maybe that, and they think that they have Tourette's when they might not. Of course, Tourette's can start out with like being a transient tic, and then it'll get worse over time and turn into Tourette's or persistent tics. So just keep in mind that, and you should be good. Other than that, I don't know. So I'll see you later, guys. Bye.